Hey everybody, welcome back to the comment section. We're coming back at you full throttle, full steam ahead. We're bringing the heat. We're not watching the heat. Poker guy, Super Bowl this Sunday. It's all over Sunday, but we're not going to think about that because we're excited about this.
Yeah,
How
we're
you doing out
psyched.
there?
I'm good. It's finally starting to warm up, but yeah, we got a lot of catching up to do. I know we missed a couple days last week, so we definitely got a lot of shit to talk about. This is going to be the end of what we're going to talk about. Is like I guess season one. Season one is coming to a close. Season two will be coming soon. We'll be releasing some season two tidbits here in the next.
And then of
couple
course,
weeks.
probably Game of Thrones preview, where we know as much about Game of Thrones as we do the New Orleans Saints offensive line.
Yeah. There's some Puerto Rican guy. I don't know.
That Puerto Rican guy that married that Puerto Rican lady.
Yeah.
They're both dead. They're both dead. You know
They're
what I'm
both
talking
dead.
about.
It's like, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, we can do some
And-
Game of Thrones shit. We can do some Avengers shit. Dude, there's so much to talk about.
I
Let's just get right
rewatched
into
that.
it, man.
I rewatched that most recent Avengers on Netflix.
How was it? I've only seen it once. How was it?
It's good. I mean, it's very anticlimactic because Spider-Man, you're about to disintegrate. So you know exactly what's going to happen.
He melts.
But they got the new one coming out, which I'll go to. I'll go to that one for sure.
I'll watch that. I watched the first one, so I have to watch the second one. But I'm over all these superhero movies. I don't know. Did you see Venom? Did you see that one at all?
I didn't. I heard it was okay at best. It would kind of sum it up.
Yeah. I just wanted to hear your opinion. It was kind of like a meh. It was watchable. But I always say the same thing, man. It's like movies, they're so rushed now because you as technically you're a consumer, but you as a consumer and you're sitting in front of Netflix and watching in 8 episodes, you kind of get attached to the characters, right? You kind of form like a bond. Like we've all seen that show with Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey. What was that? True Detective?
True Detective. That was a good one.
That's a good one.
Season 2, I did not make it through season 2.
I didn't like season 2.
Was better.
It's terrible. Vince Vaughn, you should be groping chicks at weddings, not figuring out crimes and shit.
Yeah.
But
that was,
no.
God damn, that was peak Vince Vaughn. Wedding
That
Crashers.
was
Wedding
Crashers
absolute
is beast.
peak.
Old school too. Old school.
Yeah, old school to Wedding Crashers. That was, man, Vince Vaughn on fire.
Yeah,
He did Dodgeball as well right around that time.
I liked Dodgeball. I liked it.
I'm a big Dodgeball. The Dodgeball holds up really well. Like, if you go back and watch Dodgeball, it holds up really well. I knew, because Dodgeball and Anchorman both came out right at the same time. And Dodgeball actually kind of dominated the zeitgeist a little more than Anchorman did.
No.
Like, originally, like when they first came out. But then kind of second wave of things, as soon as the DVDs came out, well, then Anchorman was like, oh, fuck, dude.
Anchorman's great. You know which one is timeless too that I was watching the other day? Or at least watching in pieces on YouTube is Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. I never had the courage to watch any of the other Dumb and Dumber spinoffs.
Never seen him.
I never had the courage to do that. I saw Anchorman 2. It was a fucking travesty. It was disgusting.
It wasn't that bad, but the fight scene,
at the end, that was horrible.
Yeah.
It's like, I listened to the same bit at the end of the fucking movie when this shit should be ending. Like, it was terrible.
Yeah. What about his girl's new boyfriend guy, and he's got superpowers because he's like a psychiatrist, and he's like, oh, you have like mind powers.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Is that Anchorman 2?
Yeah, it's Anchorman 2, brother. Come on.
I only saw it once.
All right.
And it was a long time ago. I tried to forget most of it. So it was it was horrible.
Really? Okay.
But the fight scene at the end was the last straw for me. I was like, are you kidding me? They're going to redo this right now and this movie should be ending? Yeah. You're going to redo it earlier in the movie. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, but
I don't even remember the plot. I don't remember the plot at all.
I guess they all come back. Let me see if I can use my PG-98 memory here. They all come back.
It up.
They're all doing things. They're all gone their separate ways, but they come back to form a national news anchor thing.
Okay.
But then there's like some Puerto Rican guy or something. I forget. There's like a shark. There's a great white shark that he nurses back to health. It's fucking stupid. Um,
This
I don't
sounds
know.
ridiculous. I
It's
mean,
fucking
they don't
garbage.
get
It's
it.
garbage.
I don't get.
Let's
I
not,
don't get it. I had no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
let's not talk about Anchorman 2. I don't know how we got
No,
into
let's
that.
not. Let's not do that. We're gonna bring things down. Let's
Oh, we're
talk
talking about
Super Bowl.
movies. Oh, Super Bowl. Super Bowl.
Let's talk Super Bowl. Let's get that going.
Let's get that out of the way because
I mean,
let's
there's
talk
been
about
2
the
weeks
fact
of Super Bowl
nobody
coverage.
gives a fuck about the Super Bowl this year. Let's be honest. Nobody gives a fuck because the Saints, number one, they should be in it. Number two, I'm sick and tired of watching Tom Brady.
You're done. You've got Patriots fatigue.
There's no dialogue anymore. Like I liked the year when Roger Goodell had it out for Brady, and then they won the Super Bowl. And that year, okay, fine, I was all in on Brady. Boo,
Boo!
boo!
Fuck you, Roger!
Fuck you, Roger Goodell! Boo!
Fuck you!
That was a good year. I had the TB12 tattoo on my forehead that year, but this year, I don't give a fuck about the Rams. I cared about the teams I really wanted. I wanted the Chargers. I wanted the Saints. Somebody out there I know wanted the Eagles for some fucking reason. But those were teams.
Yeah, I wanted a rematch.
Oh, right, that was you. That was you.
This should be a rematch is what it should be. You want to talk about getting fucking lucky. Saints got lucky that Alshon Jeffrey gave them that game against the Rams. They didn't take advantage of it. That's your problem. Not mine. Shut the fuck up, Sean Payton. I saw something about Sean Payton. He said that he went into like a 16-year-old girl Netflix and ice cream binge when
I would have done the same fucking thing. I would have done the same thing, brother. And I would have had weed involved. I would have been smoking pot the whole time too. I've been smoking pot.
I did a bunch of DMT. I met the aliens. Now I'm good. I listened to some Joe Rogan podcasts. I'm fucking feeling motivated.
Feeling good. Feeling solid.
I'm feeling good. Open about the world and its possibilities. Drew Brees and I, we're going to have some crazy fucking plays. I'll tell you that, man. We're going to get some crazy plays, man. The aliens showed me some crazy plays.
This was the year. This was the year for them, man. If they could have won it, they could have won it this year. And they fucking robbed him. They fucking robbed him. And I'm over it. I'm over it. And I know you're probably feeling a little bit the same here, right? You're not. I mean,
I don't care. I mean, I just don't care.
Yeah.
I thought that LSU. I mean, that's 2 very bad beats for people in Louisiana. I thought LSU got screwed in that Texas A&M game. That never should have went to overtime. That spike, you can't spike with less than 3 seconds. They got fucking screwed there, and then it goes to 7 overtimes, obviously. With the head Orgeron covered in fucking Gatorade. God, how humiliating to get a Gatorade
sweet.
bath and lose a game. Only LSU.
Premature celebration, man. Premature celebration.
Yeah, don't do that. You can't do that at all.
I like that's
why coaches are always trying to dodge that shit. It's bad luck.
Yeah,
You're going to get fucked, and you're going to look like an asshole. Like, I would feel like such an asshole.
It's weird, though, seeing an LSU coach look like an asshole. I've never seen that before.
I mean, it's a first. It's the first time they've ever come up short in the coaching department. They're at the great Louisiana State University, that's for sure.
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge, get Tigers.
So you're over it. You're fucking, you are flaccid. As far as your erection goes, the Bobby Fever penis meter is flaccid.
It's flaccid, but from whence mini cock all the way to Big Dick Nick on the scale of boners, you're
diamond cutter, rock hard diamond cutter, and then it went back down to
1 being Carson Wentz, 10 being Nick Foles. You're like a fucking 3. All right, bro. You're like a 3, okay?
And you know what sucks too, man, is I've been kind of spoiled this whole year with like YouTube and Red Zone. I get to watch football when I want to watch it. And now I got to sit and interact with all these fucking nerds who don't know anything about football. And I got to watch Super Bowl commercials. And I don't want to see commercials. There's nothing that I haven't seen.
You should go to you should find someone on Tinder and go to their Super Bowl party.
Dude, I got off the Tinder and the Bumble. I am Tinder and Bumble clean right now.
Oh wow, good for you. Good for you.
It's just so time consuming. It really is. It is so fucking time consuming. Oh my god, you're on it. You're just staring at your phone the whole time, swiping right. It never ends. It never ends, bro.
Like, yep, okay, yeah, sure, yeah. Okay.
It's crazy. I think that's the future of love right there. Is you just look at your phone every once in a while and you look at the app. And you've got 8 or 9 matches, and you occasionally like each other's bullshit on Instagram, and then that's it. And then you're in love with like 8 or 9 internet people, and that's it.
I love your doggy's Instagram page. Could I suck your dick? It's like, yeah, yeah, you
Yeah,
can for sure.
we're living in the future, man. That's the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm off it, dude. I'm
Have you
off it.
met many Asian women on Tinder?
Oh,
Have
have you
you?
met?
It's
That's cool, man. That's a true story, by the way, and
a true story.
that's a true story. I'm not gonna say her name because you might be listening, but I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna
Not gonna
call her
do
out.
that. Not gonna.
I'm not
You're
gonna do
not
that 'cause I'm a
gonna.
gentleman.
You're a
'Cause I'm a
gentleman,
gentleman.
sir. You, sir. If nothing else in life that you've proven to everybody over the course of this, you are a gentleman.
Except to not that I'm not a gentleman, but I just don't understand the trans movement. Well, we'll get into it later. We got an interesting trans.
Jesus Christ!
We
Jesus
got a good
Christ.
trans story.
This early, 10 minutes into it, we gotta get
It's
into
in my
that.
computer. It's in my tab. I see it. All right, we're gonna go right into it. Fuck it. All right, so
Jesus.
if you guys have
Fucking-
seen it, January 29th,
God
this
damn
transgender woman, she goes into
No,
a
we're not
gas.
getting into that. We're not getting into that yet. We're doing the Super Bowl. You
All
fucking,
right, fine.
you hater. You
Fine.
just trying to steamroll our listeners into that. We'll say
I
that
just,
for-
it's on my tab. It's on my thing. I see it. I
No,
look
it's
up
on
and there
your
it is.
tab, but it's
Transgender
not-
woman
it's not
randomly
what's
attacks
next.
2 people
it's
with a
not
fucking
what's
axe.
next. So it's
All
what's
right, what's next?
in
Let's
the Super
talk.
Bowl.
Let's talk about Tom
Well,
Brady.
now
Fine.
it's like, well, now you ruined it. Well, now you ruined it for
I don't want to talk about
everybody.
it. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I don't
talk
even
about it.
want it anymore. I don't even want. Like, I'll just eat bread. Okay.
She had a cock, guys.
Like-
Okay, she had a cock. All right,
and an axe. All
She
right,
had a
so
penis.
Pat's
Yeah, and a battle axe.
Pat's at the Rams. Wait, no, it's Atlanta. Rams are listed as a home team for anybody who's wondering. So they get the choice of jerseys. I heard they're going old school. I hope they go old school.
White or blue? I know the
jerseys.
people that wear white usually lose. There's some stupid statistic that if you usually wear white, you lose.
I don't know. I could give two shits about that. That can't mean anything. That's just a trend. I mean, that's
You're a
like
trend.
watching pigeons pick up birdseed. Like it's it's like a trend.
Sometimes there's a pattern, dude. Watch fucking Interstellar, you asshole. All right,
Or
keep
wait,
talking,
no,
Louis.
that's more of a Beautiful Mind thing. Which I'll be honest. So, have you seen A Beautiful Mind, the Russell Crowe classic?
My pops used to have like the DVD. Like he oddly enough, it's funny you say he had 2 copies of the DVD at the house. I don't know why, but that was the one movie he had 2 copies. I'd never seen it because I refused.
Well, it starts off
Rebel
really
Without a
cool
Cause.
where like Russell Crowe is like this. He's working for like the fucking CIA, and then it gets really lame because it turns out he's not. He made all that shit up in his mind, and he just he doesn't. Yeah, he's got some. I don't know.
He was dead the whole time. He was
So
dead
he
the
was
whole time.
dead the whole time. Turns out he was dead the whole time. Spoiler
That's
alert.
bullshit. That's like taking the Sixth Sense and recycling it. Fuck you, Russell Crowe, you asshole.
Yeah. Dead the whole time. Bruce Willis. That's it. And no more mercy. 30 years after that movie comes out. Everybody I see.
That was dope,
tattoo.
though.
I'm going to get one of those fucking like white rapper in your 20s tattoos, face tattoos that just says Bruce Willis was dead. He's dead. He was dead. No mercy.
It may be worth it though. You'll probably catch that one guy off guard at like the Philadelphia airport someday. Like, oh,
Yeah,
I was
he's
just
wa-
watching that shit.
He's
Fuck
watching it on
you.
Netflix. You sneak
Yeah.
up behind. You see it. You sneak up behind him. You
He's on the
tap him
airplane,
shoulder.
yeah.
Point to your forehead. Gotcha, fucker.
Fuck
Just
you.
you just walk to
Fuck
Sbarro's and enjoy a victory slice as you
Fuck
wait.
you. Fuck you, bro. Enjoy that microwaved croissant burger thing. Fuck you, buddy. You asshole.
They
What the
got
fuck
some.
are we talking about?
Yeah. So we don't know what color uniforms they're gonna wear. We don't care about that. Pats, how do they match up against the Rams? Well, Vegas says they're 2.5-point favorites. Over under is 56.5.
I'm going over. You got to go over on that. That's a sure bet.
It's for sure over. Is that
over.
as for sure of an over as the Kansas City one was? I mean, which was an over, but there was a frenzy at the end to get there. I mean,
It's going to be kind of the same thing where it'll be the first 3 quarters boring snooze fest, and then the fourth quarter is going to be like a 20-21, whatever.
decider.
TB12, yeah, it's some bullshit, just to keep it close. remember, this is sports entertainment. This is at this point. This is the WWE. I wouldn't be surprised if the fucking
WWE.
Punisher
So you
comes
think it's
through.
all scripted out at this point? This conversation, why the fuck would we have it? Because it's already over. Like they're gonna
Yeah.
meet the Jared Goff and
Well,
Sean
they did it
McVay
to the
are gonna
fucking
meet.
Saints, dude. I'm not even a Saints fan, but that shit was fucking disastrous. That shit, I'm still salty about it. And I'm not even and I love watching people from Baton Rouge all sad and smirking
I know you do.
with those fucked up jawlines of theirs with missing teeth and shit. I love it, but I thought that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
So you think karma comes after the
Boo.
Rams, or do you think
Boo.
they win a Super Bowl with an asterisk? Fuck you, Roger Goodell.
I think that the NFL is going to try to make the Rams win because the Rams are a growing market. I think as far as for financial reasons, if the Patriots win again, okay, great. Now there's going to be more fucking leftover jerseys at TJ Maxx next year. But if the Rams win, it's going to give people a reason to wear Ram shit.
We got to move some Cooper Cup jerseys, who incidentally may get a Super Bowl ring. But
we printed way too many, bro. We printed way too many.
We were up to our fucking balls in Cooper Cup jerseys. We really thought that he was going to be somebody.
After week 3, we printed way too many, but god damn it, we were wrong. So, anywho. The Rams are going to win.
Gosh, are going okay, but these fucking Cup ones, Jesus Christ, I don't know what we're going to do about this. You better keep it. His knee better be better next year.
Yeah, if we can't sell these, we're going to send them over to the Congo. So people in like the Ivory Coast, they can all be rocking the Cooper Cup jerseys as they fucking make next year's jersey, more Cooper Cup jerseys.
Nothing but blood diamonds and Cooper Cup jerseys. Like this is fucking.
Yeah, UNICEF ain't happy about this pod, or whatever it is. UNICEF or NATO, whoever.
NATO. Not that NATO doesn't exist. That's fake news.
You guys don't have an army. Fuck you, NATO.
It's fake news. It's fake news.
Fuck you, UN. You nerds.
All right, so let's go ahead. Let's pick the Super Bowl. I mean, we don't have. I mean, fuck everybody. You've had 2 weeks on this thing. If you haven't got enough of, Mark Schlereth's take on offensive line techniques or whatever, like you got everything that you need out there. Like we don't fucking know most of the people in the game, most of the people that are fucking on the coaching staffs. We don't know that shit. We're not insiders. We're not Adam Schefter, and we're not John.
Or
Clayton.
are we?
Or are we?
Well, we did have an insider. We did have somebody insider. We got to do that at some point. Is count the tallies.
Tally up the picks from the year? Yeah, we'll get that. I mean, this is the last pick, so it doesn't matter. We didn't pick the Pro Bowl, which you thought, let's pick this, and then we'll pivot to the Pro Bowl.
You want to transition? Okay.
I'm on the over. I'm on the Pats. That's where I'm at. And so under Rams is where your money's at, everybody. But I am on the over, and I am on the Pats.
Wrong, stupid decision. Over. I'm on the Rams, but
over Rams.
I think it's over Rams, but I think Robert Kraft might have a couple tricks up his sleeve, and
a couple.
He's crafty, bro. To the name, he's crafty,
dude.
He's crafty. What else you need to know?
You got Irsay good, man. You got Irsay good.
You got him good.
Daniel shit.
Stupid Irsay, stupid asshole.
Fucking got him good. So that's gonna be the last football game of the year, and then we fall into sadness. Not too sad, and then the NFL draft comes, and then NBA playoffs.
That'll be season 2, though. We'll come out with season 2. This is still season 1. We'll have some extras, but season 2 will be the end of an NFL, and then season 3 will probably be NFL 2020.
2000.
What year are we? 2019. 2019.
Yeah, 2019.
So there is an interesting over/under that is supposed to be one of the most bet on things that I was reading about. Is the anthem length? Is that it's usually 1:43.
Okay.
That's what it's at this year is 1:43. So the over under, that's what you want. Is if it's going to be over 1:43 or under 1:43. You guys do the research.
Who's singing it?
I don't know. Maybe some Puerto Rican guy.
How the fuck do you bring that? How do you fucking bring that up and not say who's singing it?
I don't know. How do you find out? Can I Google it? How about you Google it? Google it.
Well, that's what I'm fucking doing right now.
All right, relax.
Who's singing the national anthem at the Super Bowl?
The best one,
I am relaxed. Thank you very much. I am relaxed.
I'm fucking relaxed. A couple of years ago, they had, I think for the Atlanta championship game, they had this dude on a saxophone. and it
Gladys
was
Knight.
like
Gladys Knight.
she's Puerto Rican, right?
No, she's black.
Okay.
She's a legendary R&B singer, 7-time Grammy winner. Gladys
Oh, that's right. She did No Scrubs. I would say that she's going to be singing a little bit longer. I'm going to go for the over. Minute 43 over.
You think she's got that R&B? She's gonna dig it.
Well, the R&B you gotta
dig
like
a few of them, slow it down a little bit.
You know, you gotta loop it a little bit. You gotta give it some flavor, as they say. You know.
I don't know. I mean, I just
Flavor.
think that. I don't know. I don't know. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be a good, not a crazy memorable national anthem. I think the halftime show will be dog shit. I'm gonna find anything to do but watch that.
That's what I'm saying.
What
This
I
is
really
gonna be tough
miss
to
are
watch,
the
man.
fucking.
This isn't Red Zone.
I miss the Bud Bowls. Do you remember the Bud Bowls?
No. What is that?
They used to have a fake football game
The frogs?
played with beer bottles. It was Bud versus Bud Light.
I gotta look that up.
Yeah,
Bud Bowl.
you've never fucking seen the Bud Bowls? Are you kidding me?
Bro, you're like old and gross.
I'm
like
not
a
that
young
much older
stud.
than you. Like, and as time goes by, like
I'm never getting old, bro. Don't even fucking point.
yeah. So
fingers
I
at me. I'm
mean,
getting old.
here we go. You know, Bud Bowl. This is fucking
Like the CGI things.
yeah.
This is like a Pixar movie before there was Pixar.
So I
It's
guess
retarded.
what did you say? Did you say the R word to me, sir? Did you?
This is
Yeah.
I did. It's dumb as fuck.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Okay, and it's fucking. I mean, you were alive.
rather watch-
What year were you born? What year were you born?
Don't worry about it. I'd rather watch A Bug's Life than this shit. A Bug's Life had better animation than the Bud Bowl.
Yeah,
I was
of course
born-
it did,
I was born
because it
in-
was made fucking 15 years after the Bud Bowl. All right, but it was
The best
it was
Super Bowl
literally
commercial?
when it was literally like a football game with just nothing but a 4-minute beer commercial. And you just watch it, and you, oh fuck, this is amazing.
Drink
I
beer.
need a Bud Light. Now, if
Need a
I was
Bud
a
Light.
drinking age, I would be drinking every time. I would be drinking Bud Light every time Bud Light scored. I would chug a Bud Light. Every time fucking Budweiser scored, I'd chug a Budweiser.
This is crazy, dude. What a monopoly. It's not even like Coors versus like Michelob. It's like Bud versus Bud.
Bud
This is
versus Bud
ridiculous.
Light.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a
Owned by
man?
the same company, Anheuser-Busch. This is ridiculous.
Are you a Bud Light Marlboro, right, fellow? Or are you a Marlboro Reds and a Budweiser man? Like a fucking real man.
You're a real cowboy now, sir.
And then they got
Just might-
one of these fucking things is a 40-ounce bottle that they give the ball to on the goal line. That's the move to
Really?
make.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
that's good
That's dope.
coaching. Like that's
That's
just good
dope.
coaching right there.
Good halftime adjustments. Good
To
halftime
Bill
adjustments.
Bottlechek, the coach. He's fucking getting into it.
That's good.
He's got a
was
tight
good.
D. Bud Light.
Tight
Making
D.
a comeback.
That's
I
funny. He's
mean,
got
you
the
forget
40.
how good these were. You forget how good the original Bud Bowl was. It was a tight
look,
one.
they've got like the mini. They've got like the mini, and he's the running back, and it's like a swing pass. It's like a swing outlet.
It's a
That's dope,
21-17
because
at the end of the third. I mean, that's
dope.
tight.
That's
I mean,
dope.
that's very
this is
tight.
dope. This is dope.
So, I mean, there's a lot of sound.
Bring back the Bud Bowl,
Oh,
bro.
they got a
Bring
fucking
back-
little kicker with his little bar face mask.
It's
Jesus.
cool.
Can't
Did
even
you
make a
see the little guy?
42-yarder. What's
See the
that?
little guy doing the swing pass, like the outlet pass? Did you see
Oh,
that
holy
guy?
shit, the fucking Budweiser kicker. His thing went off the uprights like Cody Parkey. He is like fucking Parkey, but his shit bounced in. Budweiser
Cody.
took the original Bud Bowl for those of you that did
What
not
was
remember.
what was your favorite, just really quick before we move on and never talk about this stupid Super Bowl ever again, what was your favorite Super Bowl commercial that you remembered? The one that you just, it always stands out. I never remember them, so.
I mean, obviously,
We-
part of it's those Bud Bowls.
Okay. That doesn't count, though. I feel like that's.
There was
that's
always there are
commercial.
other. They're almost all beer commercials, right? I mean, there's the one
Yeah.
with the Clydesdales with the beer. How the fucking they would always. I think there's a Budweiser commercial as well. But I don't know. I'm not a Super Bowl commercial person. I don't fucking like commercials. I don't care how much someone paid for it. I don't want to sit around watching commercials. Like that's
You just want to watch Scott Hansen.
yeah. I'm not one of these people that fucking. So I got a grudge against Spotify that I can't really explain. Maybe even to myself, but like when I get Hulu, so I have Hulu, and Hulu's got like $7.99 with
Hulu.
Commercials.
I fucking hate Hulu. Hulu's dog shit. I fuck Hulu.
What $11.99 without commercials? What do you got against Hulu?
Dude, there's commercials. It's like nonstop commercials.
No, but only if you get the fucking cheap ass version. Like pay $3 a month more, you numbskull, and then you don't get any fucking
What's
commercials.
3 times 12? What's 3 times 12?
$36.
What's 6? What's is it? All right, 36.
Yeah.
Fine. What's 36 times 100 years? It's like $300, dude. It's like $3,000 or something.
It's $3,600. So what you're doing is you're adding up the extra charge of not watching Hulu over a lifetime, like over an entire lifetime. I'm not going to understand. If I do this for the next 100 years, I mean, fuck, it's like I have to work an extra year just to cover my goddamn Hulu no commercial costs.
Dude, fuck Hulu. And what am I going to watch on Hulu, dude? What is on Hulu that I need to watch?
South Park's on Hulu. Always Sunny is on Hulu. Seinfeld's on Hulu.
Okay, Seinfeld's good.
Those are probably the 10 poles of Hulu for me. There's a bunch of other stupid shit on there that, I mean, I guess
I'm just not their market. I guess I'm just not their market because like I'll just go on YouTube and watch like whatever. I'll just watch stupid shit. My ADD brain can only handle so much nowadays.
Yeah, I mean you're no stranger to and have no moral dilemma with just fucking circumventing, traditional, what one may call traditional distribution lanes when it comes to
fuck. Dude, totally. The only thing I had for a minute that I really enjoyed was Netflix. I had Netflix. I actually canceled it, but I had Netflix for years. And the one show that I always kept going back to was The Office, man. I would always rewatch The Office over and over and over again.
Everybody watches that. That's the number one stream show on Netflix.
It's so good. I don't fucking It's so good, though. Except Pam. Pam's a bitch. Fuck Pam.
Yeah, Pam is a total bitch. All right, that's all real. The more you watch, every time you watch through that, you're just like, God damn.
Dude, Pam's a bitch, man. She's such a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, she's a real fucking dirtbag to Karen, especially. She really is.
Karen's hot though. Karen is attractive. You don't have to answer that.
Okay? That's fine. But what you may ask yourself is in the sliding doors version, what if Jim never goes back to Scranton? In the Connecticut thing. What if he's like, let's go?
What about it?
Let's go fucking anywhere but there. Like,
well, it ends. Then at that point, it ends, and then I never get to find out. I never have to deal with the seasons after when like Michael leaves, and then like everybody else is like Andy's the boss. I don't have to deal with those fucking god awful seasons.
Yeah, the low point of the entire show is right around Michael Scott Paper Company, because it's ridiculous.
I enjoyed it.
It's ridiculous. It goes against everything of the entire 5 years. It's like the beginning of Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, for those of you that aren't familiar with it, where they undo the entire first movie in 3 minutes.
Why? Why do you say that? I mean, you made a good point about Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. So, I mean, true, but why do you say that about Michael Scott Paper Company?
Because, I mean, his whole thing is about how much he loves Dunder Mifflin, and then he fucking quits the company over like a birthday party or some baby-ass bullshit, and then actively tries to undercut them.
It's not about the birthday party, bro. That's the thing. It wasn't just about the birthday party, and that's why he quit. And because the boss was like, I'll go to your birthday party. And it wasn't even about the birthday party. It was literally like, you hire this dude who happens to be African-American, not a racist thing. You hired Ezra, whatever, Elba Ezra, and you are literally saying how invaluable of an employee I am. At this point, I am just an employee. I'm not family. And that was the thing. He was like, you know what? I've given so much of my time for this company, and you have proven with your actions and your inaction how little you think of me and my associates. So fuck you. That was the whole point. That was a whole
Man,
point.
you sound like you really identified with that Michael Scott episode and his maneuver. Like, man, you really.
I don't,
you
dude,
really
I don't
fucking
identify
got
it.
into his head
I
on
don't
that thing,
identify
man.
it, bro. I just have seen it like 20 times. I'm telling you, if somebody put a gun to my head, I could probably recite a couple of those episodes.
You fucking
like,
working for
verbatim.
Entertainment Weekly? And you write for those motherfuckers or what?
No, but if anybody's hiring, there you go. That's PG at his finest right there.
Yeah.
PG at his finest.
All right. That's a great introspection into the mind of Michael Scott. I don't know if it's a compliment or a disservice, but let's move on from however the fuck. That's kind of like The Office on Netflix. You don't know how the fuck you got there. Somehow you're sitting there and you're watching it.
And Andy's the boss, so we got to turn it off. So those that are listening, don't turn it off.
But
please.
I love it when Andy punches through that goddamn wall. That's a classic.
Mm-hmm. That's the best episode.
It's one of the best. For sure. All right, let's go ahead. I got to hear. I don't know anything about this, but I want to hear about it. According to you, some of my cousins, perhaps, some hillbillies, thought that they could tunnel their way into a bank.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't go well. I'd like to learn a little bit more about that situation.
I want to be ethnically neutral, so we're going to assume here that these guys are Hispanic or Asian like me. Okay, so
You're not
apparently
Asian. Not Asian.
I'm not Asian.
Not Asian.
I'm fucking I'm Asian, whatever. Anyway, so there's this bank in Miami or nearby Miami. So apparently this is the exact opposite of every successful bank heist movie. This is literally a couple Bobby Fevers that have been drinking too many Buds and Bud Lights, and they are just smoking Marlboro Reds till their fucking brains don't work anymore. They thought that they could tunnel their way into a bank. So what they did was about like 50 yards away or like 100 yards away in a wooded area, they just started shoveling with no power tools, no boring equipment, nothing fancy.
So
just shovels and buckets.
Shovels and buckets. They're going Andy Dufresne. They're
going
patient people. They gotta. I mean, but it makes sense if you think about it in some ways.
How?
Well, I mean, if you've got a fucking crane out there and you're trying to dig a tunnel with it, people are going to notice.
Okay, well, fine. They're both terrible ideas. Go back to Target.
Yeah, all right, just start with that. It's a terrible idea no matter how it's a bad idea, and I can't imagine the execution was great. But I do understand the line of thinking to not use power tools. Like if you have the workforce, you've got to have 6 or 8 guys though, like swinging.
This is a classic. You need more Mexicans to be doing this. Like if Mexicans were doing this, they would have built a tunnel under that shit, and the bank would have already been robbed. It would have taken them about a day, and it would have been over.
Dude, that El Guapo guy, that's his fucking bag, dude. Like he's a tunnel master. Like his crew, you get his crew out there, like that bank wouldn't have a fucking cent in it by tomorrow morning.
Totally. All the security boxes. What is it? The private boxes. What are those boxes that people have?
Oh yeah, whatever the fuck those things.
Safety deposit boxes.
Yes.
All the safety deposit boxes would have been all gone, like that movie, The Bank Job. But anyways, these guys were digging a tunnel.
Or just one of them. Maybe just one of them. Everything else is there. But safety box 218 is missing. It's been opened up. What the fuck was in there, man?
What was in it?
What was in there? Probably video evidence.
We don't want you to know.
Probably video evidence of like a billionaire killing some underage snuff film of like a billionaire. Like that fucking asshole from Starbucks. Like that's the only thing that could come out that would make people hate that guy more right now, apparently. I don't know if you even follow that.
Jeff Bezos? Is that Jeff Bezos?
No, not Jeff Bezos. There's some dude, I don't even really care what his name is, but he's a CEO or founder or both of Starbucks, and he's talking about trying to run for president, and everyone in the world hates him apparently.
Awesome.
They're like, we're done with these billionaire assholes like just trying to walk into the presidency. Like, we've had enough of that.
What about Bernie? I heard Bernie's gonna run.
I heard Bernie might too.
Do you feel the burn, or do you not feel the burn?
I do not feel the burn.
Oh, you don't feel the burn?
I don't feel the burn.
Come on, bro. You don't feel the burn?
No, I don't feel the burn. I don't
Would
feel the burn for anybody. I don't. There's not. I'm not seeing a solution. Here in our the Fox News portion of things, apparently, if you don't feel the burn, I guess you're a Fox News advocate.
You Trumpy.
Yeah, you Trump. I don't know. You love Trump so much. Why you love Trump so much? That's one of your favorite things to do. Like when we play PlayStation, and you just be like, "Hey there, ballsack shaver 92. Why would you say? Why'd you love Trump so much?" No, I don't say I love Trump so much, man. I didn't say. Shut up, kid. Shut up.
Yeah, people are really touchy about that. People get touchy, man. It's like you can't even talk about politics anymore with I don't know. I think everything is touchy nowadays. You can't talk about chicks having dicks. You can't talk about
can't talk about that. All right, are you done with these hillbillies? What happened to these hillbillies?
They didn't get too far. It was kind of like the end. It was just like Shawshank Redemption, except Andy Dufresne did not get away. They pretty much tunneled halfway there. The warden caught him.
Someone grabs Andy by the ankles just as he's just as he starts to crawl through the hole. And then next thing you know, you're standing in front of fucking like the prison
warden,
as the library is getting taken apart bolt by bolt. And then fucking Andy gets killed the same way Billy did. And it's over.
And Brooks's ashes are just fucking thrown in the dumpster in front of everybody. Brooks was not here.
Brooks wasn't even there.
He's no longer here.
Wasn't even there. And Red can't build a boat. He's got no money, so he fucking dies a cashier too. It's horrifying. It's a horrifying alternate ending to Shawshank Redemption.
My God, that's like a fucking turn.
There's probably a lot more prison rape in there too. Yeah, like they call.
Oh my God.
I would imagine there's a lot of that in the beginning of that movie.
The sisters get away scot clean.
My wife fucking hates Shawshank Redemption because number one, she doesn't like She doesn't like prison.
What?
Yeah, I know. Believe me, I feel the same way. I'm like, oh, really? Because whenever I watched it maybe a month or two ago.
Oh my God,
it's so good, and it's
so good.
I'm gonna watch. She's like, it's just a rape movie. It's like just a rape movie, and I don't like prison movies. I'm not watching it. So she doesn't like it at all. I'm like, it's about friendship. It's about perseverance and other things of that sort.
Oh my God.
And it's a triumph of the human spirit, goddammit. It's Schwarzenegger, okay? That's where we're going to meet. All right, Schwarzenegger. Kun Matata, Schwarzenegger. All right, fuck. That's what art's about, all right?
Dude, so I'm trying to go to say Montenegro like tomorrow. I'm trying to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. What do we give to be passing over the border to Greyhound bus right now? Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, there's so much in that story. Like everybody's in that own prison. Everybody's in their own. Nobody, like how many people don't get to San Juanejo? You know what I mean? The trials and tribulations. Not only that, how quiet he's been for the 20 fucking years. He didn't say a thing to anybody. Kept a secret to himself every night. What a story, man.
Just getting it done.
Yeah. Anyways,
one of those things. One of the things with that.
Good movie, man.
Yeah.
I gotta rewatch that shit, man.
Gotta rewatch that. So they didn't make it. So they were like Andy getting grabbed. Now those other horrible things happen. So yeah.
I think somebody was smoking a cigarette outside and was like, "Hey, there's a sinkhole," and then they found the hole, and then they were like, "Yeah." I guess the whole part of the story is it was very poorly designed. Like there's no. There's sensors. There is a foundation they have to go through. There's like a prison. There's like a bank full vault floor they got to go through. Even if they would have dug it successfully and gotten to the actual foundation, there's no way that they would have broken through there. It would have taken them 20 years in a fucking rock pick or a rock axe to get through there. And by then, the oceans would have risen so much that everybody in Miami is already dead. So in this story, it was just funny because somebody smoking a cigarette saw the sinkhole. And, they found out and they were like, this is fucking stupid.
They're like, we got to sit on this, wait to see what assholes walk in.
Yeah, pretty much. They're like, we're just going to put one of those hunting cameras there and just a bottle of suds.
I'm going to put one of those nanny cams here when these assholes come by, trip it. We'll just we'll throw a net over the thing and then we'll turn a fire hose on the hole and we'll flush them out like gophers. Like that'll be the plan. They gotta come out at some point.
Yeah.
Just drown in the hole or get caught in the net. One of the two.
Yeah, see, this is where law enforcement fails because law enforcement, they have to report it, then the chief is involved, and they got to call the FBI. The right way to do this is, like you said, put a big booby trap there.
Just a big net.
Fill the water up.
Just a big net. Just flood them out like all other critters that dwell in the ground. Right? Just get their fucking ground dwelling, tunnel digging asses and flood them the fuck out of there. Like
Have
that's what
some
you
fun
gotta
with
do.
it. Record it. Put some yakety sack music in the background, and it'll
whatever music that is from The Great Outdoors of John Candy. Just get that entire soundtrack, fucking cut it up, and you're gonna be good. That's gonna be fucking.
Try again next time, Bobby Fever's cousins. Try again next time.
Try again next time, my cousins. Try again. All right, so let's talk a little bit real quick about you having a crush on an old lady. Because I hear you.
It's not a crush.
I hear you got a bit of a crush on an old lady.
Let me break it down for you. This is just something that it's not a fetish or anything like that. I think we have at least one female listener, so you can chime in. I know who you are. You can chime in and text me and let me know how delusional and psycho I am. I don't know. But she's just like a strong woman in a sense. Like she's got a job.
like strong, like Hannah Mountsie strong? Or
no. Well, actually, that is kind of ignorant of me to assume that she is a lady.
To assume her gender. Don't ever, yeah, good. That's good.
Well, her Adam's apple is below the average. Her jawline is feminine. And her veins aren't popping out of her foot.
Okay.
So
she
I have reason to believe she could be, in fact, a cisgendered female.
Okay.
Am I saying that right?
That's not as progressive of you, but continue. That's very less woke, but,
No, it's just crazy because I was interacting with her today. And, she's, we're talking about work and blah, blah, blah. She's kind of like upper management. We're interacting. And I've never felt these feelings before. And it wasn't love, but it was more like a lust feeling. Where I'm like, my balls are getting moist.
Moist balls. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Like, there came a point where I was I just wanted to, pull my dick out.
That's good. That's normal. That's natural, though. That's the normal, natural sort of thing. Like, you don't need to feel weird about that.
No, but it was just odd because she was a little bit older than me, and it's not my type.
A little bit older than you. What does that mean? A little bit, like went to high school with your older cousin, or went to high school with your
No. I'm
your
talking
mom's
more like
older cousin.
No. It's not like one of those weird fucked up like mommy stepmommy fetishes. It was just one of those things where I'm like, this woman is older than me, and my balls are moist. I don't know how to react. And she might have been in her 50s maybe.
Okay.
And I'm in my 30s. And so it was one of those moments where I'm like, I'm not listening to her. I'm more staring at her chest.
Okay.
And
that's good.
I feel unprogressive for saying that out loud. Yeah, no. And I felt like I needed treatment after that. And I want to enroll myself in some kind of rehab facility because those feelings are not progressive and they're not normal. So I wanted to bring it up to you and see if that's normal. What would you do in my circumstance? Would you contact Dr. Drew? Would you contact Dr. Phil? What do you do here? I'm worried about my mental health here.
I'm a little worried about you too. You've shown poor judgment in the past when it comes to these sorts of things. And the funny thing is, in the same way that you have actively welched on bets that you have been, on the losing side of, you've also just actively ignored,
Hearsay.
Made it a habit to actively ignore advice that you seek when it doesn't align with your kind of preconceived notion. It's like, you asked me this about another situation. I was like, oh, you definitely shouldn't do anything about that, man. That'd be a poor choice. And you're like, okay, I'm hearing what you're saying, but I'm disagreeing with you. All right, so I'm disagreeing with you. Because it's like you only ask that question when you're hoping that someone's going to be like, I just say you follow those moist balls and just fucking give them to her, man. Just fucking, she wants it, you want it, just make it fucking happen. All right?
No,
What's
she
wrong
definitely
with that?
didn't.
Nothing wrong with that. It's love. It's
at no
two
point did she
fucking
want it.
animals just making love. Ships passing in the night. Like, just fuck, baby. Like, just
I definitely
fuck.
heard music. And as my balls were getting hard and firm, I felt music. But it's funny that you're saying that I don't heed advice, because I know a guy. He sounds kind of like you, and he asked me for some advice not too long ago, and he did the fucking opposite of what I had recommended. So don't you go out there pointing fingers, okay? Because you did the same fucking
fingers
thing.
pointed back at you. I'm gonna keep hurling these rocks from inside this very high percentage glass house. Like, a very high percentage.
It's not full glass. It's not a glass house, but it's got a lot of windows.
It's got a lot of windows. Like, it's got a fucking ton of windows. The heating bill in the winter is crazy. Like, that's the sort of windows that the house has. Talking about crazy. So we had a crazy individual.
This is what I'm thinking.
We had a crazy individual. Let's move on here to.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to the women listener. Don't text me.
You're embarrassed. You should be. You should be. But you don't need to be sorry here. Someone here needs to be sorry, and this person is not cisgendered. All right, so you can fucking get your axe out and. Oh wait, no. This person got their axe out and attacked a bunch of motherfuckers at a gas station. Poker Guy, describe the situation that happened in Australia. Try not to be too transphobic in doing so. I know it's tough for you.
All right, so there's like a woman, but she's not your average, ordinary woman. She has a dick and some balls. Okay. So she's what we call in the business a transgender woman. All right.
Okay.
And
boom, good. That's good.
She goes into a store, and then there's a guy there, and the guy, I think he was going in to buy like a Pop-Tarts or something, and I don't know. I'm not telling the story too great. I know you saw that video, man. What did you see?
So this transgender individual, maybe not. I mean, from the Mounsey family, not a small person. Not, probably 5'8" above, relatively strong and independent. Emphasis on strength as always, and
jawline very defined.
Oddly Adam's defined. Apple above average, and muscle density and ability to lift and swing things above average as well. Weapon of choice, an axe. So this person fucking walked into this gas station with an axe. Look a real axe, not a. I mean, it's a fucking axe. It's not a battle axe, like a Viking battle axe, but you could chop some damn wood with this thing.
It looks like one of those things firefighters carry around.
Yeah.
It looks like a giant fucking axe.
It's an axe that you would crush through doors. And this person walks into the gas station, and no one really kind of overreacts, and they're not holding it like they're ready to swing it. But then there's somebody in the checkout. There's a dude in the checkout line, and this dude is just kind of chilling. And then there's a lady in front of him, cisgendered lady. Both of them cisgendered. Nice. For clarification. I don't mean to presume their genders. If terrible thing of me to do, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Cisgendered man and woman.
We're just gonna define people. We're gonna define people from now on their genitals. So
yeah,
the person had a vagina at the register, and now there's two dudes talking, but one dude has a dress on.
Yeah,
and he's got an axe and a wig on.
an axe and a wig. Okay.
Okay. Good segue. Yeah. And so things turn horribly wrong at this point.
Anyhow, the individual with the axe is talking to a cisgender male who does not have an axe or a wig. No axe or wig for the other individual. And there appears to be some sort of disagreement. I don't know. I mean, it was probably like, hey, pardon me, sir, why do you have that axe? It's like, sir, did you just sir me?
Did you just call me sir?
Never been sir. I hope that's not what happened. That'd be funny if there was a sirring involved and then tried to come out that the axing was justified because of hate speech. Like, sir, why do you have that axe? Sir, did you just call me sir? I'm going to bash you.
No, I said axe. You guys. I said you guys, plural.
Yeah, you guys. It's an expression. guys, and I would say that to cisgendered women. I would say it. Put the axe away, sir. Put the axe away.
Sir. This is pretty much this dude, or excuse me, this individual with a penis and a wig swings at this guy and hits him with an axe.
Hits him in the face with the fucking axe. Like, brains him. Hits him right in the jaw, it looks like.
Oh, fuck.
And then hits the woman. Hits the fucking woman twice.
Ooh, I'm watching it right now. God damn.
Now where you want to be as those individuals.
It was unwarranted is what it was. It was just unwarranted.
Super unwarranted. And this is a 7-Eleven, obviously, for sure.
I got a couple. Obviously, it's a 7-Eleven. A couple obvious facts. The guy behind the register, he's Indian.
Okay, you just point that out to stereotype people.
Just a fact. But here's the real thing, man. Who's the real victim here? You know what I mean? Because she's probably the victim. Well, excuse me. He's probably the victim of a hate crime, because he wouldn't just do that for no reason. You know what I mean? I could justify maybe 10 years of probation with 0 jail time. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just looking at this guy, and I can't think of why you'd ever let your guard down for somebody that fucking had a goddamn holding an axe like that.
Well, if this was Florida, that guy would be face down with a hole in his forehead.
Yeah, I mean, guns everywhere. That's one thing about having a bunch of Oregonians around. It's like, you're not going to fucking get away with that. What do you do? You're the gunshine state, baby.
Gunshine state,
You're the gunshine state. Oh, that lady's just leaving, man, and then she gets fucking axed twice.
Here's a real question. Here's another real question, man. Which prison? Okay, this person we agree is they're going to jail.
Boom, yeah, they've been arrested and they're going to jail. Which prison do they go to? I don't know, but I saw one of these things where a person like that went to a women's jail and then started raping all the prisoners inside of it. I'm not saying that that's what everybody's going to do, but like it's on the record. Like that's happened.
It was a trans woman, aka a guy with a dick. And he was going into a woman's jail.
It was a guy
raping people.
It was a guy who went to a wig store, and then it was like, I think I'd rather be housed with the ladies.
Right.
Thank you very much. I will spend these years for these rape charges behind bars. I will learn my lesson.
That's like the Bill Belichick of criminals.
Yeah.
That's like 4D chess shit right there. I'm just trying to be surrounded by fucking women.
It's like he just likes second tier, like third tier chicken fingers and a buffet of women to fucking take advantage of.
That's fucked up, dude.
And
that is fucked up, dude. Where do the people draw the line here, man? Where do people draw the line?
Where do they? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. The lines are getting drawn closer to fucking. What do we got here? Oh, okay, that's what it was. All right, so I was not paying attention there because it was so fucking cold in Chicago. That's why I couldn't pay attention. Have you seen all those crazy things that are happening with people? They're like throwing water in the air, and before it can hit the ground, it's freezing.
And I haven't seen that at all. That's crazy.
Yeah, or like women who have hair. I don't have hair anymore, so it's not a problem for me. But women who like leave the house with wet hair. Like some lady did that, and her fucking hair was just like straight up in the goddamn air. Like it just froze.
That's cool.
Like straight up.
That's cool.
But it's cold as fuck out there. I don't know I don't like the cold. Like I'm not a big fan of the cold. I don't like the heat. I just like it to be nice. I'd like it if people would stop killing dolphins with payway fucking forks and disposable shit. But hey. I just gotta hang on for like 50 more years. Let's go, Mother Earth.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
You think we're gonna be good? Like, side note though, like seriously, like you're 30, I'm like 36, so I'm not that much older than you. Like when I'm 86 and you're 80, it's like, dude, we're basically the same fucking age.
Yeah, but I'm never gonna get to 80.
Never gonna get to 80? Are you gonna get fucking swallowed up by a wave? Like Swayze or what?
It's just like that. Maybe, bro. I don't know. That wouldn't be a bad. Well, I don't know. Everybody says it's not a bad way to go, but I don't know, man. I don't know what a good way to go is. I don't know what a good way to go is because I don't want to be that guy in a nursing home pissing myself, and then having some Haitian CNA wiping my ass, and then she's fucking yelling at me, and then she's like manhandling me,
and you're just
and then
killing
I'm sitting
time
there.
between denture appointments. Like
Totally, man. And it's literally, I'm just wasting time and I've run out of ways to waste it.
yeah.
I'm literally sitting there like I can't hold a book because my hands are so arthritic.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Just
start
somebody-
really, really going after. Like once I hit that
That's a good
point
way.
where it's like I got nothing left to lose. I mean, I'm just gonna
Put a
come
gun in my
after it
mouth.
hard.
Put a gun in my mouth and pull the trigger.
I don't know. Just don't
Smother me
leave
or
me
some
in a
shit.
fucking, like a fucking tomato for years and years, and people can rape me like that
Oh,
lady in
man.
Arizona. God damn.
What
dude.
did we get an update on that? Did we get an update?
I don't know. That guy got arrested, right? I mean, he looked like. I mean, he wasn't related to me. Is all I'm saying.
He wasn't related to
Like,
me.
Okay.
He wasn't related to
I
me.
don't know. I mean, he could have been. Is all I'm saying. He may. If it's just 23 and me, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he had some, distant cousins.
Maybe.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
Maybe.
saying.
Maybe you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But if this is the racial draft, Dave Chappelle style, he ain't mine. You guys can have him. You can have him. I don't want him.
I don't know. We don't want
I'm
him
gonna throw
either.
him
But
into
that
some
dude,
bullshit
could
trade.
fucking potentially be like a 22 and me sort of fellow. He may have one or two of those things missing.
So he's in jail, right?
Yeah.
He's in jail. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He didn't even run, man. I mean, I would like we were talking about. Where's Kenny from 2 days ago?
Yeah.
He quit.
Where's
He
Rob?
quit when this whole news story broke. No, he just kept cruising in there. Like I said, my whole thing is I
Dumbass.
just think that he had a bunch of people going to town on that lady, right?
That's
And he
scary,
was
man.
playing the odds. Like, all right, so if he leaves, that draws suspicion onto him. They may learn about his little fucking, like he's probably making
You know what's
money
crazy,
off of
bro?
that,
There's probably more than one dude. There's probably like 3 or 4 of them. You know what I mean? And just like it's just a code. Like, hey man, you got caught. If you say my name, we're gonna kill you.
Yeah. I mean, it's just it's fucked up, man. Like it's fucked up.
It is fucked up. But so we have it here on record. If you ever turn into Kenny the Tomato, I will do you a
Turn me
favor.
into tomato
Just
soup,
smother
bro. Like turn me into fucking
Totally.
soup. Like
Done.
take the blender out
Get
and
it.
fucking scramble me up because I'm fucking done. I'm done.
They say a good way to go. Not I hope I don't know. This is turning into like a really fucked up podcast. But I was talking to somebody and who knows a little bit about this type of stuff, and they were saying the best way to go is to kind of get like an IV in your arm and then just like let it drip into like a bag, and then you just sit there and then just fall asleep because your body just doesn't have any more blood in it, and you just passively and slowly go to sleep and you never wake up.
Well, that's not bad. I mean, that's the way to do it. I mean, the other thing,
Yeah.
there are lots of ways to do it. I'm not going to sit here and give people lots of sweet
That's what I'm
give
saying,
people
dude.
lots of sweet ideas and be like, here, this is a foolproof one that's sure to hit the sweet spot for you and have you just feeling
Don't do
bliss
it.
on the way out. All right, so
Don't do
today's
it.
way
Don't
today's
do it.
way to fucking painlessly end your suffering is this.
Don't do
It's
it.
like, all right,
Don't
that's
do
some
it.
branch. That's
Unless
some
you
branch
unless you
Davidian
drive
shit
slow
right
in the
there,
fast
dude.
lane.
That's
Unless you drive slow in the fast lane.
yeah. Unless you're
If
doing
you
that
do,
shit,
fine.
you're going 65.
Go ahead.
In that
Speed limit
in the
70,
left
asshole.
of the most of the 4 lanes, speed limit 70. You're doing 65 there. I got a special podcast for you to listen to. All right, that's just for you. All right, I was gonna come with a disclaimer. If you're not those people, turn it the fuck off. But if you are,
That's awesome.
or if you're the type of person that leaves like a religious like saying for somebody that looks like fake dollar bills when you're tipping at restaurants, you can you can listen to that pod too. Okay, you can both listen to
or
that.
Or tipping in general, or just being a shitty tipper.
Yeah, or just in general being a shitty tipper. Don't be a fucking shitty tipper. Like, well, here's what's funny is so my wife gets her nails done by this lady named Julia, who, spoiler alert, I don't know if Julia is what her parents called her, like on her birth certificate. So Julia's Asian. I don't know if she's Vietnamese or Korean. I think she's Vietnamese. And anyhow, she had to leave for a couple weeks, I think to renew her visa or something. And, you know, my wife, like, she's very particular about her manicure. Not in like a Kardashian kind of way, but in a, I don't like.
Yeah, you get comfortable.
But it's like I don't like having shitty work done on my body, basically. Like I don't want to fucking. Okay. But anyhow, so Julia. But the thing is, my wife is willing to sacrifice because Julia is a fucking artist, right? She's a master of her craft, but it takes her forever to do her shit. Like even compared to normal, like if something would normally take an hour, it would take Julia 2 hours. So it's like, but my wife is willing to sacrifice like the, the time for the craftsmanship.
It's quality, absolutely. Let the woman work.
Exactly, absolutely. It's just like let her work, right? So, but my wife is a good tipper as well, and. Like she gets a manicure by Julia because she needs that craftsmanship on the fingertips. But she'll get a manicure from like anybody, right? And there's always like different people that like come do her manicure. And then at one point in time, she's like,
"What's the difference?"
She's like, "What the fuck?" It's like there's somebody different every time doing it. It's like I don't mind, but like, what's the deal? And they're like, "Oh, well, you're a good tipper, so everybody gets to take their turn doing your manicure, right?"
That's funny.
So it's like, oh, that's a good reputation to have, right? You want to be.
Yeah, it's a great reputation to have. I'd stop tipping though. I'm trying to wait for Julia or whatever the fuck your name is, and then after I'm gonna.
No. Julia's working at the same time. Julia's working up top on the hands.
Oh, you're saying pedicure?
Yeah, pedicure. Whatever I said,
I've never had one. How does it work?
I don't know. I don't know how it works. I just hear these stories.
Okay.
Like I don't fucking know.
Okay, cool. What the fuck is going on here? Who's Julia?
Yeah, no, Julia is just the Asian lady that does the manicure.
She's the hand lady. She does the hands. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Is it like it takes her fucking hours just to do the hands? But the foot people do it.
Yeah,
faster.
The foot people just do their thing, and it's like, all right, well, I guess that's not as critical because they're just like painting toenails and I don't know, scrubbing pumice or whatever. I don't know.
That's a good reputation to have, though.
Yeah.
Good job, Mrs. Fever. Good job.
So it's like, hey, you don't. It's not like, oh, we make this fucking little bitch in the back. We make the new guy do your shit because, like, we know everybody fucking hates you,
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, and my wife, I mean, I'm a generally good tipper, but my wife is into, like, tipping some people that I wouldn't think of doing it to. Like
what?
Like our Culligan man, right? So we got a
What's that? What's a Culligan?
Like a water bottle service, right? So we got a fridge, but we got to do some major renovations to get the ice thing hooked up. So it's like, all right, well, that's getting pushed off. So we don't want to drink the Flint, Michigan water that is probably coming out of our tap too, because the government doesn't give a fuck. Yeah. So what we do is we want to drink the Flint, Michigan water that the Culligan people have pumped out and then like ran through an additional filter, which is all like whatever any of that shit is. It's literally pumping tap water out of the ground and running it through an additional filter. I don't care though.
Fuck you, Nestle.
Tastes a little bit better and it convinces me that I'm not murdering myself with what's supposed to be good for me. And
it's good marketing.
But we got this guy who delivers our water, and my wife, like, she ordered a bunch of these moose munch things. You know what moose munch is? It's like caramel corn, chocolate. Nah,
Nom, nom, nom,
delicious.
nom, nom,
But anyhow,
nom,
she orders a
nom,
bunch
nom,
of
nom.
those that we ended up not shipping for whatever reason to people. So we had a whole bunch of them laying around. We just started giving them out before we get to diabetes and eat all of them. So, like, we gave the water delivery guy like some cash and some fucking moose munch, you know?
Oh, fuck yeah,
And it's
dude.
like,
Fuck
you
yeah.
know, and he's, you know, he had hooked us up before, but then, you know, he's always still hooking us up. It's like, oh, it's Christmas time. Here's, you know, it's not like we're doing that every time he drops off like 3 5-gallon
Yeah.
things of tap water. But it's like, oh, hey, those were the people that are cool during Christmas.
Yeah, it's better to be a giver because it's just better to be. It just feels so much better to be kind to strangers than it is to like that. You just made that guy's like fucking.
Yeah, it
day.
made his day, you know, like, oh, here's like whatever, 40 or 50 bucks, like whatever it was. But that's cash money. Like, that's him being like, fuck yeah, dude, I'm going to get NBA 2K tonight. Like, I was waiting on payday for that,
Fuck
but
yeah.
I'm fucking doing it tonight. And I'm going to be
Yeah.
playing tonight.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
wait, I'm
bid on
not
it.
going
I'm
to be
gonna go
playing
on
tonight
eBay
because
and
I got to
bid.
fucking download 200 gigabytes worth of an update before I can actually play. But I'm going to be doing that tonight because of you. Thank you. All right?
That's gamer problems.
That's
right
gamer
there, dude.
problems, you
That's fucking
gamers.
gamer
Rise up.
problems.
Rise up, gamers. Rise
Gamers
up.
rise up.
Grace! Grace! I'll
Let's-
be
let's-
out soon. I'll be
Yeah,
out soon.
We're not gonna do that anymore because that's ignorant.
That's
We're not gonna do that
ignorant.
anymore. Dude, that's one of those things that I've never done, but I want to do at some point in my life is get like a full blown. Like I don't like people touching me. You know what I mean? Even going to a barber, like I fucking hate. Like get off me. Like don't touch my shit. But I definitely at some point would like a manicure and a.
Have you ever gotten a massage?
Yeah, I used to get them all the time.
Okay.
Massages are awesome.
Yeah, well, that's
I love
people
massages.
touching you. So,
Well, it's different. I would.
would you have a
What I would
woman
is I'd
do
get
it, or would
stoned
you
and
have a
then I'd
man
go-
do it?
Yeah. This is what I would do. This is my PG routine. This was at the advent of like the weed pens when the weed pens had just come out. They just came out, these things. So nobody knew what they were. And what I would do is I would go in and talk to my masseuse lady, and I'd sit there and as she'd be prepping me, you know, we'd say, "Hi, how you doing? Like, how's everything going?" I'd say, "Is it okay if I vape in here?" "Yeah, no problem. It's cherry juice, premium vape juice, whatever, bitch." What I would do is I would sit there and puff on this thing as she's talking to me, and then she'd walk out of the room, and I'd change, and then at that point I would be so relaxed, and then she'd massage me, and I had a really good thing going with this lady, but I'm like really friendly, and like people will tell me their life stories, and like I'm just my dad's a really good listener. I get it from my pops, and
That
I
and your
was-
moist
I would
balls.
really-
You get both of those things. Being a good listener.
no,
very moist
I get the
balls.
most. I get the most. Look at my dad's balls from my dad. You know, not my mother because she's a cis.
She's cis.
Woman. But anyways, she's cisgender. I know, it's
Disgusting.
fucked up. She's cis. I know. We're monsters. What can we say? Trying to make America great again. Anyways, this lady, she massaged me, and then it got to a point where she wouldn't shut the fuck up. And I've been to a lot of massage therapists, and she was killer. I mean, she was good. And then she wouldn't shut the fuck up. And then it got to a point where that, you know, there's check marks. You know, there's a list, and there's a couple things that you can and can't tolerate. And you can only tolerate so many things. But if there's like 10 small things, they add up into one big, all right, I'm done. She would do that. That would piss me off. And then my buddy would get massaged by her, and he put this idea in my head that she had a gnarly bush.
Okay.
And we got this idea because her hair, she's Italian, right?
Okay.
So really pretty woman. She got crazy hair and great personality, but her hair was all over the place. And so my buddy was like, dude, she has to have a gnarly bush. And so I got this idea in my head that when she would be massaging me, I couldn't relax because I would just always have this idea like, what is touching
You're
my
just always
head? I know
thinking
she's
about
massaging-
her bush or lack of bush.
I'd be thinking about her bush, and then I'd be smiling and giggling, almost like a child. Where I'm supposed to be relaxed, I can't stop thinking about this lady's bush. And then it got to a point where she would text me, like at odd hours of the day, like, hey, like just odd things, like very like friendship things. But it's like maybe I broke that barrier by being open and listening to her shitty stories. Maybe she thinks we're more than just business partners or whatever. And then it got to a point where she would massage my inner thigh
Uh-huh.
and get real close to my dick. And then I was like,
Would you get
I
a hard
don't
on when she
know.
was
It's a
doing that?
fantasy.
Did you get a hard on? Like, did your dick get
I
hard when
never
she
got
was
a.
doing that? Like, it's a simple
You know what's
question.
crazy? You know what's crazy? It wouldn't get hard, but when I was face down,
Yeah.
it would get hard. It would
Okay.
get hard
Yeah,
because I'd have
your
the
dick knows
pressure.
like it can hide
You
from
know,
something. It's like,
when it would feel the pressure.
yeah.
So it's just like I can kind of, and then I kind of want to push back against the table
Yeah.
thing. So it got
It
too
was like,
crazy. I had to
this
get out of
table's like
there.
an
I had to get out of
inflatable
there.
giraffe. I just want to fuck it. Like, oh my
I
God, I
just
just want
really
to
like
fuck
that
this thing.
giraffe, man. There's something about this inanimate object that turns me on. I want to push on it with my dick. But yeah, so I used to give a lot of massages, man, and I haven't. That's like the one that got away. That's like my first breakup, man. I'm still a little traumatized about that. Like I miss her, but I also don't. So I haven't gotten a massage since, man. But I used to get them all the time, and goddamn, do I love? I used to love them. And then I don't hit those vape. I don't use those vape pens things anymore. So at this point, like I don't know. I've kind of graduated from it. I don't know, man. How about you? You get
I've
massages?
gotten them before. I mean, they're useful. I mean, they're. I don't have any like so
Great
anyhow.
story,
So I
bro.
got this. I got a massage. So the second time I ever got a fucking massage, I went in, and there's this place called Massage Envy. Have you heard of these people?
It's kind of like the supercuts of
This is
massages.
Supercuts massages. If it fucked the Columbia House / BMG CD subscription plan of massages.
Okay.
So my wife
Okay.
is, and in consequence, me are in fucking deep with these people. I don't have a membership with them, but she does. So she does. I don't. But
That's
we
funny
know we
how
have
you
the
say
same
that.
house. It all comes out of our same household income. So by proxy, I fucking am in a long-term relationship with Massage Envy,
Oh
and
God.
every month it's like a certain amount of money, like 40 or $50, whatever it is, and you get a free massage. Well, for a while,
Okay.
for like 2 years, we lived in a place, and my wife had, not been using it. So she's had this fucking thing for like a decade, right?
It's like a gym
Yeah,
membership,
it's like
pretty
a
much at this
gym
point.
membership, and she never gets this stuff. So she's got like fucking 50 or 60 of these free massages that have like built up that I guess they have a cash value. I've got like it's like a
Yeah.
fucking $3,000 investment in massages, but you can only transfer so many to people like in a month. They've been really fucking cutting down on these transfer rules. But anyhow, that's my problem. So I never really got massages before because I was in the Marine Corps, and you drink your problems away or smoke cigarettes. That makes things better, right? And you don't do things like take care of your body. So, but I get out, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I should take care of my body. And my wife's got these fucking Massage Envy things. And when you're at the super cuts massage parlors, you're at the super barbers of the fucking massage world.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
you're not getting the best of the best. I don't know. I'm not a fucking connoisseur. I've had probably 5 different people give me a massage, like in my lifetime, maybe between 5 and 10. So it's not like, it's good. Even it's like it's kind of like good, even if it's not that
Do
good.
you like them? Do you like them? You ever had a good massage? You ever had a massage where you're like, whoa, I feel good.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of them where I'm like, I actually had a blind masseuse that
Wow.
some
He probably was
so my
killer.
wife
I'm
met this
assuming he's.
blind lady who actually had Massage Envy, was kind of like her side gig, and she basically just used that as a place to poach people for her. Like, she had an at-home
Nice.
fucking
Nice.
massage parlor or whatever, or like
Okay.
massage studio, like not like a massage,
Genius.
not like she was like jerking people off or whatever.
No, no,
But
genius,
so she had
genius.
her own like massage room, and then you'd go in there, and then she'd fucking like, and she was good. She was like small, like lady, but she was good, and like you had bony, elbows and shit, and would like get into you with like elbows, get down in there, and like work that fucking knot out or whatever.
Shit, man. I don't like the little like frail toothpick hands. I want like Helga.
Yeah, a little bit meatier.
You know what I mean?
But
I want that meaty Russian bitch. She's like looks like a babushka.
You want Hannah Mountsie as she's.
I want a Hannah Mountsie, but when she's doing my chest and she's like over me, I don't want her dick rubbing my forehead.
Is that really a lot of pubes, or that's a dick? Is why.
Is that just a gnarly bush, or is that like a dick?
But it was always weird going over there, because like.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, I just felt like it was not wise, like having just people, you're blind, and then you're just having people into your house. Like, what if I was
Oh, you mean saying it's dangerous for the
Yeah, I always felt like that was dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, Scouts honor, like not a rapist. Like if you ever told someone that you weren't a rapist, the first thing they would think is that you're a rapist.
This guy's a rapist.
We were watching, my wife was watching Friends, and there was this thing where Chandler got caught in this ATM vestibule during a power outage with some supermodel or whatever. And he's having an awkward time introducing myself. I'd be like, I would just introduce myself. I'd be like, hey, it's Bobby, and I just want to say, I'm not gonna rape you. And the whole time she's like, this guy's gonna rape me. He's gonna fucking come at me. But anyhow,
this guy kills cats or some shit.
Yeah. Poker guy, you got anything to add before we get out of here? We got to get out of here. We got a Super Bowl to get ready for, man.
You didn't want to talk about any relationship stuff?
We could do one of those real quick. All right, so I want to start doing some of these. These things are funny. So this is from Reddit, relationship advice. So we're fucking doing that. That's where this comes from, all right? So don't call me out on it. I didn't do this. It's not like personal email to me.
You poached it, bro.
It's not a personal email to me from somebody. This is on the internet. And
well, this is cool for you guys that you guys can listen to because we're stupid dumb Americans. Bobby Fever's stupid dumb cracker. I'm a dumb ignorant Puerto Rican. So this is gonna be great. You're gonna get two totally different sides of the coin. This is gonna be nice.
Yeah. So here we go. I'm gonna try and cut through the fluff on this a little bit. So a 31-year-old man found torn up remnants of a Plan B box. So Plan B, for those of you not familiar, it's what you as a woman take when you've been dicked down by somebody and then you think they could have knocked you up. So you take that so that you don't get pregnant. So you found a Plan B box in the kitchen garbage. His wife, who's a 27-year-old lady, should have no reason to need that emergency contraceptive because the dude had a vasectomy a long time ago, and he doesn't know what to say to her, right? So that's the headlines. There's a couple of
facts. A couple of facts. Where did they meet?
So he met her on Tinder at the end of 2015.
Boom!
All right, so that's
a red flag right there.
That's strike one. So they had shit in common. One of those things was they didn't want to have kids. He'd already been snip-snapped by the time he met her. All right.
What's snip-snapped mean for the listeners?
Oh, it's where they cut. There's like little tubes in your balls. They cut them up, and then your sperm. I don't know what they do if they just wither. If they like leak out like into a fucking basement, and then they just die in your ball sack.
They swim around in your sweat. So when you sweat sperm.
I think that may be true. That's why That's why they're always telling you to wipe stuff off at the gym so you don't get any of those ladies pregnant. Particularly if you've had a vasectomy. You got to watch out for that.
Look at Antonio Cromartie.
That's probably how Antonio's doing it. I mean, he's wrapping up. He's had all those vasectomies, so where's the sperm going, everybody?
He likes cuddling. He's a cuddler, that's all.
I mean, that sweat theory, that's worth checking out, man. Like, that's really...
Dude, did I just, figure out some shit right here?
I think you might have.
Did PG-98 just figure something out?
I think you might have. That we will alert the scientific community. But So he says.
But anyway, all right. So this dude's got a vasectomy. They met on Tinder.
Met his lady on Tinder. They don't argue a lot. He says 4 nights ago, that was the first time he had any serious doubts. He said, my wife was out with a friend, and I was doing some house cleaning.
What does that mean, friend?
Getting dicked down.
What does that mean, friend? I
was throwing away a bunch of semi-large garbage, fit into bags, took things out, and he saw the plan B. All right, so it'd been a while, or it hadn't been, he's tracking his wife's period or something like that, and it hadn't been long enough.
I guess, like, you just kind of have that sixth sense, like, when you look at your girl and you're like, she's looking tasty, she's looking like a snack.
Yeah.
And then you kind of want to, you start hearing music and shit, and then you kind of want to, like, what is it? You so eloquently call it dicking her down.
She's getting dicked down.
You want to dick your girl down, and she says no. And then you're kind of like, all right, I pissed her off. I shouldn't have watched the Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, I shouldn't have made her watch that.
Should have chosen something different.
Right,
so you know something's up.
You know it's up.
And so this guy is saying that something's up. Like her period, she, like, I have my period, or I don't feel good, I have cramps. There, you know something's up. And so that's red flag number 3. So again, that red flag is that, I don't want to fool around right now. I'm not feeling good. I'm on my period.
Yeah. But so he pulls this thing out of the garbage, so it's plan B, right? And she ripped it up and she fucking threw it away to try and hide it from him, right? And if she knows he's got a vasectomy, well, it's not because she thinks that he knocked her up. I mean, it's obvious. It's obvious. So it's not what do you do, it's how do you do it. You got to confront this lady.
Okay. Well, you got to confront her 100%, because if not...
All right, let's say you're this guy. Like, we're not gonna argue about, like, what you should do, because, I mean, that for this one is so clear. It's like, you got to fucking talk to this lady.
All right. This is what I would do if this is this guy. I'm a little bit more confrontational in these kind of moments. I would just...
Are you collecting the
say,
thing?
Hey.
Like, you gotta fucking collect that up, right, as evidence.
Well, I have this. Yeah, no. This is what I would. Yeah, exactly. Because then they can always plead the fifth. It wasn't me.
They shaggy defense me. Shaggy. I mean, that's aggressive.
That shaggy defense, it works.
But
that shaggy defense works. But here's what you do. There's a little art form where you let people dig their own graves. Hey, Bobby Fever, what, blah, blah. You asked you a question, and then if you are confident, you're just going to tell me the answer. Hey, poker guy, fuck you. I mean, okay, that you said that with confidence. But if you're like, ba-ba-bee, bada bing, bada boom, and you're all over the place, it looks odd, right? That's just a telltale sign. So what I would do is I would take that wrapper, I'd walk up to her, I'd tap her on the shoulder while she's doing the dishes or something. Fucking she'd turn around, and then I'd give her this, and I'd say, and I would just give it to her, and then I would just stare at her. And then I would just stare at her, and I would get every information because at this point, man, there's a lot of things you don't know. Let's be the devil's advocate here. It could be her friends. She could have gotten raped. I mean, there's so many things that you don't want to just immediately go to that judgment, that she cheated on you, because that's also kind of like fucked up. Just give her the plan B, the wrapper, and just look at her and just let her explain.
Yeah.
And then just off guard. So she didn't plan it. She didn't plan. And that's with anything, man. You just got to catch them off guard, man or women, cis or trans.
Cis or trans, doesn't matter. Non-binary even.
Up?
Non-binaries. You can do it.
Zers, unicorns.
Zers.
Even to that inflatable giraffe that you find so sexy.
If you like to fuck Ferris wheels, this is the same thing. If what's her name wants to break up with Bruce, do you think if fucking Bruce found a plan B hanging around that he wouldn't fucking get his ass out of that marriage?
Who's Bruce?
Bruce is the Ferris wheel, yeah. Like he finds fucking some other Ferris wheel. I mean, I will say this though. When that lady got inside that other Ferris wheel that worked, dude, she got fucking moist. Like she got very.
She was
frothy,
intrigued.
Very frothy.
She felt a little mysterious. She felt like she was doing bad things. She shouldn't have done that. I felt bad.
It's all right. Bruce punished her later. Oh, did Bruce punish her? Yeah. Fucking came at her. Mr. Hand style. Fucking came at her.
Mr. Hand, he was cold-hearted.
Cold-hearted, but heavy dick.
Cold as steel.
Cold-hearted, heavy-dicked individual. That's Bruce. All right.
So that's what I would do. I would just be like, hey, I don't want to pass judgment. I wouldn't even say that. I'd just say,
Just
what's
say,
up?
I need you to
And then look
I
in her
need you
eyes
to
and
explain this to me. That's it.
fair enough. What would you do? What would
I'd
you
do exactly the same that you did, but I would just be.
And I wouldn't wait. And I
No,
wouldn't wait.
I mean, I would
do it
have it. I'd
immediately.
just say, I found this in the trash, and I need an explanation.
Totally.
And then, like you said, I'm watching every fucking thing about that person, and I'm like,
Because man, like something that big of a deal, that's heartbreaking for everybody involved. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I mean, you never know, man. She could have. You never know. But to that guy, man,
He's probably gonna be.
that sucks
I'll
that you
try and keep track
invested.
of that because he's gonna post. He's gonna post something where it's like,
It sucks that people like that have to go through that, and I mean, it sucks that as a person that you can see somebody cares about you that much, and you just give him the big proverbial finger. You know what I mean? And you just go and do that. So it's fucked up on her part. Hopefully everybody's wrong, and it was just a crazy story. Crazy story ends up happening. I don't know,
no,
but I
I
hope
mean,
for
like
everybody's sake, it's nothing
the
serious.
friend she's hanging out with is hanging low to the ground when his pants come off, and he's giving
Was his
it
name
to her
Hannah?
heavy. Like that's what's going on.
Was his name Hannah? Is he really good at volleyball?
I
Is
think
he an
it's what
Olympian?
is it? Fuck, what is that thing? What is that sport?
He's a
Handball,
volleyball
handball.
player. He's a handball player.
Handball, strong hands, strong and independent. Emphasis,
She's
as
really
always,
good.
on strength. So we're gonna emphasize strength as we head into the
We're gonna keep you
weekend.
guys updated.
Poker
on that.
guy,
That's
I
a
gotta
good
get the
one,
fuck
man.
out of here. Let's go. Let's get done with this thing. Everybody, you have a great weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl. We'll be back on the other side of that to recap everything. And Poker guy, closing thoughts.
No, just enjoy. Is Shawshank? It sounds like you're gonna be watching tonight, or Legally Blonde. Which is it?
Probably Legally Blonde, but I'll be thinking about you, Andy Dufresne. Swatinayo, everybody. Have a good Super Bowl.
Say Watanabe.